Good morning, welcome in for another video. Myself, Darren, a HGV Class 1 driver here in the UK, and it is currently, it looks like the middle of the night, but it's 5 o'clock in the morning. The reason why it's a 5 AM start today is because I've got 4 drops around the West Midlands. So the first one is in Telford, then I've got one in just above Birmingham, then we've got Sutton Coldfield, and then we've got one in Stafford. So I should be making it home tonight at least, but it could be a long day. Unfortunately, we'll be needing some fuel on the way down. And also, I need to be getting loaded up at our hub first. So I've got the trailer already connected from last night because I finished I think like 7 o'clock last night. So I only had like 10 hours rest period, which again is another reduced rest because it's less than 11 hours. So I left the trailer connected, so it come in straight away, did my checks, and then go straight away. To be fair, it's not a bad trailer this one, so I don't mind keeping hold of it as well. First drop for this morning is 86 miles away and just about 2 hours drive. Realistically, it's probably going to be about 2.5 hours drive because I've got to get past Wolverhampton and then Birmingham area as well. It gets quite heavy on the M6. M6 being the M6 though, can't help that, can we? Since I'm waiting around to get loaded, I thought I'd take this opportunity to Google Map where I'm going to be going for the rest of the day. The first one doesn't look too bad in Telford. The second one is actual south of Birmingham city centre. Yeah. As soon as I put that postcode in, I was like, yeah, today's going to be a very fun day indeed. It looks quite a tight street as well where it is. Personally, I think Birmingham is worse than London driving around in a HGV. It really is, honestly. If you drive around London, you can get by all right. Birmingham, nobody gives way. It's chaos and it's like wacky races, especially when it's rush hour time. Job number 3, I've been there a few times, so I know exactly what that yard looks like, so it's not a bad one over at Sutton Coldfield. And the final one, which is in Stafford, I've never been here before, and it's an old airfield. They built a whole like industry estate on the airfield, and when I Google Maps it, it looks really, really weird because you're looking from above on the Google Maps, and the old runway is just like a storage for cars and truck trailers and stuff, so it looks really weird on Google Maps. Quite cool though. Finally, I can leave the hub now, and it's not a great start to the day. It's currently at 6:30. According to SatNav, I'm due to get there at 8:30. However, it's booked in for 10 o'clock. Hopefully, if I get there early, they can accept the order before 10 o'clock. And the reason why it's taking me about an hour and a half here at the hub to get loaded up and ready to leave on the journey is because one of the night drivers on the trunking run from Central, I think it was, they've had a bit of a puncture on the tyre, so they've had to wait at the hub, get changed, and then set off to come up here. So it's delayed us by about an hour and a half over in the warehouse, which then unfortunately has an impact then for the rest of the day for everybody else that needs to get loaded up and leave early as possible. But now that is all done, let's hit the road. With any luck though, hopefully the day gets a little bit more smoother as we go on. But I will be honest with you, a little bit nervous about Birmingham because last time I was there it was an absolute nightmare delivering into the centre of Birmingham. And according to Google Maps for this one, there's how it is. Not too sure who that was in there though, couldn't see. According to Google Maps though, when I checked it, it is just south of Birmingham centre, down like a little back alleyway full of cars, double parked everywhere. So that's not a good sign. It's really not a good sign. Hopefully they can offload on one side. I remember last time I was actually delivering to Birmingham, it was a business down a back alley which was next to impossible to find. I was driving up and down for 45 minutes, couldn't get anywhere to park up to phone the customer at the time, so driving up and down. Unfortunately it was a Friday as well and it was near a mosque, so just cars were just everywhere at the time. And then I was just banging my head against the wall trying to find this place. Managed to get hold of the people, had one of the guys wave me down on the middle of the street. I drove past him, had to turn around, which is always a nightmare as well, to try and turn around to go back down this road where it was business. So it was just an absolute headache. Got down the side of the alleyway where his business was, had to block a one-way street to get offloaded. That's probably one of my worst deliveries right there. I don't think it's the same place though for today, but it looks quite similar. And at least it's a Thursday and not a Friday. That's one good thing. So hopefully won't get interfered with the mosque prayers or anything. Oh my word, all the dramas today, and it's just gone 7:15. So I got to Knutsford Services, empty fuel pumps. I thought, great, get straight on here. Got on, filled up straight away, because here at Knutsford Services I think it's probably one of the best fuel pumps, because it just fills them up really, really quick. However, as I thought everything was going really, really well for today, straight onto the pump, etc., fueled up straight away with no problems, dead quick. Goes to go inside to pay, and for people who are not actual truck drivers, what you got to do first when you fuel up, we have fuel cards. So then you've got to take your fuel card inside, give it to the person behind the till. They'd give it a try to make sure it works before allowing you to have any fuel. So you do your checks, go out, fill up the tank, and then once you've filled up, you go back in, and for an example, mine was number 13. You go in, you go, number 13 please. They'll check the cards is your card, and then they pay for it, and then you sign it off. However, this time round, the people in front of me, the two other drivers, what happened was, I think there was a trainee what was working at the time. He didn't check the reg for the people whose card it was filling up, and he pays on both of the drivers each other's cards. So he got like the wrong card for the wrong driver. So like, one's been charged like £600, the other one's been charged £300. They're both kicking off because they've been charged on the wrong fuel card. And I'm just sat there in the queue going, all right, can I just make a payment? So literally they're kicking off for about 25 minutes with each other over the situation that the wrong card has been used for their payment. I got there, I just sat there, and I was like, there's nobody behind me, and then by the time they finished, there's like 15 people in the queue behind me. Outside there's like 4 trucks trying to get onto the pumps, but nobody can move anywhere because the drama that's going on inside. Oh my word. It's all drama today, isn't it? It's all going off. I hate to say it, but today could be going from bad to worse. Due to get there for 8:45 at the moment, so I've still got plenty of time for the booking time of 10 o'clock. Just hoping they can accept the delivery early if I do turn up. Don't fancy waiting around too much, just want to get down and back up quick as we can today. Due to lane closures, etc., that could be a little bit more difficult. Can't believe it's 7:30 already. I've been in since 5 o'clock, so 2.5 hours already I've been in. Doesn't feel like 2.5 hours, though. It feels like 40 minutes, for being honest. Just goes really, really quick when you're driving. On a good note though, if I work over 13 hours today, or 13 hours and 1 minute, I won't be able to have a long shift for tomorrow, which is always a good benefit, isn't it? On a Friday with a bank holiday weekend, you've legally got to finish at a decent time. Not gonna complain at that. So it won't be an 8 o'clock finish for me tomorrow, that is definitely for sure. As I could always do a 12-hour shift. Due to it being hopefully, or possibly I shall say, a 13-hour shift today. Is that lane back up? Yes it is. Come on buddy, put your feet back round. Speed up, that's it. Get the motorway nice free flowing again. I've just come off the M6 now, and it's currently 8:10. Driving down the A5, and I'm just going to jump onto the A449 which is just here on the left, and then I've got to jump onto the other motorway, which is the M54, and that will take me down towards Telford. About 18 miles still to go. I'm due to get there for 20 to 9. So I'm a little bit ahead of schedule, which is all good. Considering everything this morning as well, probably would have been there by now. And the other jobs for today as well, none of them are timed. So it's a case I'll just get there when I can, empty off, and then move on to the next one. The winds have picked up quite a bit as well this morning. So it's quite heavy this morning, the strong winds. Luckily it's not raining at the moment, touch wood. I want to be jinxing myself. It's not a good combination to have whilst you're driving, strong winds and heavy rain. I'll take the first exit on this roundabout here. There's a tractor at the front. I was wondering why the speed was quite low. Which way are they going? Are they going? Yep, straight across. It's all right. Let's get this car past. Come on, baby, acceleration. Let's get off the mark. Come on. The MEN trucks just can't quite make their mind up quick enough for which gear to go in. They are automatics, these trucks. About 90% of newer trucks as well are all automatic. It's rare you get a manual one. And I'm glad they're not manual, to be honest with you. I drove quite a few manual trucks back in the day where it was like 18 gears. It's absolutely crazy. You just have 4 gears. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, knock it to the right, do another 4, flick switch up, knock it to the left, do another 4, then knock it to the right, do another 4. It's like 16 gears in total. And when you're setting off for a roundabout, oh, it used to be a pain, like da-da-da, slick, da-da-da, slick, da-da-da, switch. You change your gear about 8 times before you've done 100 yards. So much easier with automatic, but again, shame they can't quite judge what gear to be in for when you're on a roundabout, when you're slowing down. You're not coming to a stop, but you're slowing down, and then you put your foot back down to speed off. It just takes a second or so. Well, come off the M54 now, and it is currently 20 to 9. I'm approximately a mile off, if that, away from the destination. I don't think I'm even a mile off, to be honest with you. So I'm going to pop into the services here, and then after the services, all I need to do is go straight across the roundabout and I'm at the destination. So that's not too bad. It's just off the A464. Literally across the way from this roundabout, actually, according to the sat nav, looking at it. I'm not a big fan of Telford services, if I'm being honest with you. The service station himself isn't too bad, but the parking situation for trucks isn't the best. That's why I thought I'd leave the camera recording at the moment when I drive on, just so you can get a bit of an insight for it. The HCV parking is only this little section here. I was quite empty at the moment. But if you come here at the wrong time of day, it's pretty tight to try and get in some of these spaces. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to revert, I'll drive in first, this big section here, so I've got plenty of space to straighten the trailer. And now the trailers are straightened up, I can just reverse it back nicely into a space. But if the bays in front of you are full, you don't have the luxury of being able to do this at the moment. Let's pretty much me in the bay now, as far back as it will go. And you can see on the left hand side, just over there, all the curb has been smashed up and scuffed. It's pretty much just a big petrol station. Just arrived at this place. Hopefully the yard gets a little bit bigger as we go around. I was unsure whether we're meant to be reversing round. Oh, it's a one-way system. That's a good sign. So I don't need to turn around then, it just comes out the other side. Unfortunately, it's one of the buzzers what are on the wall on the left-hand side, so I've got to get out. Some of these trailers what are parked here now on the left-hand side, it's quite tight to get them in there. I've got to be honest with you, it looks pretty tight. And something tells me I won't be going through there anytime soon. I mean, what a place to sort your pallets out, right in the middle of the road where your goods in bay is. When I first pulled in this place, I thought I was going to be here for some time. Luckily, they managed to get it all sorted out and offloaded within 10 or 15 minutes, so winning. However, the next job is a B5 postcode, and it's literally right in the middle of Birmingham. It's going to be one of them days, isn't it? Thank you, cheers mate. Looks to be quite a decent little cafe here, set up with container units. TJ's Cafe. Never been there before, but if you then have a Greggs on the way down, I know, yeah, right, typical Greggs. By the way, if anybody works for Greggs and, you know, swindle a few backhanders, let me know. But if I didn't have a Greggs on the way down, I would have definitely probably stopped there, to be fair, grabbed a bacon butty or something. Gotta be getting them sandwiches in, aren't you? I don't know what I'm saying. What am I saying? Oh my word. Anyway, it's talking about bacon butties and whatnot. I need to start dieting, I really do. I need to try and lose some weight before winter. I know normally people put a little bit of extra weight on for the winter, you know, to try and keep heating bill down, because that's gone through the roof right now, hasn't it? But I need to try and get in shape, I really do. I'm starting to notice it now when I edit my videos, I've got like 6 layers of chins. It's like, where do they come from? They come out of nowhere. It sneaks up on you at times, doesn't it? But I do like good food and Greggs. I don't get paid by Greggs, by the way. I'm not doing like a sponsored advertisement or anything for them. Oh, that looks good. Mamma Lucia, Italian street food. I've just seen that down there. Talking about good food, I bet that'll be quite tasty. If anybody's been there in the Telford area, Mamma Lucia's, let me know. Is it worth a pop into next time I come down this way? And up ahead at the moment we have Telford's very own monument. I'm trying to like think what it actually is. It looks like 3 giant triangle things, but on a certain angle. Yeah, I don't actually know what it's meant to be, to be honest. Pretty big triangle spikes on the roundabout. There we go. It's a good way to describe it, I suppose. I've got 34 miles left to go, and I'm looking about an hour to get there as well. Going off all the traffic in front of me right now, you wouldn't think it was currently 10 to 10. It looks more like 10 to 9 rush hour, doesn't it? Like 8 o'clock or something. I feel like it's backed up quite a bit, and it looks like it's going on for some time as well up ahead. Still got 13 miles to go. Because the sat nav, it's going to be about 20 minutes before I get there. Looking in front of me might be a little bit longer. Unfortunately, it's one of them, isn't it? You take the rough with the smooth, good day with a bad day. Traffic, well, it just gets in the way, doesn't it? It's part of the job, unfortunately. Can't let it stress you out, that's for sure. Looking on hourly pay. So it takes me an hour longer to get down here. Well, I get paid for an extra hour, don't I? That's where you got to see it. Come off the M6 now and heading towards the A38, Birmingham Eastern Central. Should be able to get a glimpse of the city in the distance. The cameras will come over this little corner. Don't know if the camera will be able to pick it up a bit because it's quite a bit in the distance. This part of the road always gets me though. Now, am I overthinking it by saying this is rather dangerous when you got 3 lanes on one side and then you got 4 lanes on the other side, but no barrier in the middle? You got a few markings on the road here saying like, keep to the left or whatever for the 4th lane. But that is rather dangerous, that, isn't it? It's not just me thinking that. Speed limit down here these days, 50 miles per hour. They've not changed it to 20 yet. I've heard on the news as well, councils and stuff in the area, or in different areas out of London, have all been given the green light to try and put 20 miles an hour speed zones everywhere. And if you've ever drove through London, going through one side to the other side with 20 miles an hour zones everywhere, it's a little bit of a headache, isn't it? It's a little bit too slow, personally. What's your thoughts on it? Do you think 20 miles an hour is the right thing to do when you're driving through the cities? Or in some of the local areas, it might be upped as well. I know Scotland have a lot of 20 mile an hour zones in more of the rural areas. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Quite interesting to know. Needs to stay on instead. Now we've got a clean air zone as well. This truck is a Euro 6, so we're all good to drive inside the cities. We don't have to pay the congestion charges or anything, or the clean air charge, whatever it is these days, whatever they name it. Lots of different charges these days. And to be honest with you, I don't blame a lot of companies now refusing to actually deliver it into London itself, because there's that many charges for all different things and you got to get all these different specs for the trucks. It's not cheap as well installing some of the specs for London, driving around, and I can understand why some of the smaller companies refuse to go in, really. At 30 miles an hour now. Slow down a little bit then, didn't know if he was going to come into my lane or did he want to stay in the lane that he's in. It was indicating now to move over. And welcome to Birmingham if you've never been here before. It doesn't look too bad, to be fair, this part of Birmingham. A lot of development around this area at the moment, isn't there? It's not St. Chad's. Well, it said St. Chaos at first. Nice and quiet road, so actually, to be fair. Nobody behind me either. I really don't like these junctions though. These are the ones where people just cut up left, right and centre to just pull out right across. It's not too bad at times like now, but when it's rush hour, 4 or 5 o'clock, it's a nightmare sometimes, driving past them little bits. got 1.25 miles left to go, about 5 minutes driving. Keep a good eye on your passenger side mirrors, your trailer, make sure you go around the corners alright around there. Still staying on this road. Got another tunnel. On the left hand side now to get past this lot. Care for the delivery route. Stay where you are, mate, don't pull out too much please. Got a nice couple of feet there, about 4 foot between the cars. I've got to take up a little bit of the right hand side lane, keep left indicator on, just so we can get around here nice and easy. Keep going, don't really want to block the lanes. And I've got right away. I do feel like I've delivered to this place before. I do feel like I've been here before. I don't recognise the name of the business, but just recognise driving down this part before. Maybe not. I've drove through Birmingham quite a few times and delivered several places in Birmingham. No, I've not been down this little bit. I think the business I was thinking of might have been about a few hundred yards up, a bit further. Instead of turning down this way. Nice long swing. Take it nice and wide. Okay, that road is closed. I've just drove down on the way back, so I need to make sure instead of coming out this way following sat nav, I need to go to the left instead. I've got to try and get down here now to the left. Really big wide swing. And the business is just down here somewhere. Right, there's 230 on that side. Let's go see if I can just pull here for a second. See if I can try and locate it. So it might be a little bit further down there on the right hand side actually. Just locate the business just up there, so I'm going to go down, speak to the people and then get myself booked in. Hopefully there's enough space on the side of the road to get side to. Well, as you can see, it's a little bit tight around here, isn't it? All booked in with the guys, a little bit chaotic at the moment because another guy's trying to get in with frozen stuff. They're trying to get all their little vans out. It's like 4 little vans getting loaded up at the same time. So I've got to pull up on the side of the road, and then get offloaded hopefully. Luckily though, I've only got 3 pallets, so it should be quite nice and easy. Just go park it behind this little van here on the right. And the fella in the daft in front of me with the fridge truck, he's moved back already. Well, cheers mate, appreciate that. Let's get it tucked in as much as I can. Because it's quite a busy road here as well, a few cars have been flying up and down. So instead of actual risking the lives of the FOT guy unloading it off the side, it's easier. I told him get a pump truck and I'll just take it to the back there so it can get nice in and out. So mate. Right then, how am I going to get out of this place? We've got a road closure back the other way, so I can't come the way I came in, and he's trying to avoid that little bit of a road back up to the roundabout. So if I do a right, that's not, if I do a left, get back onto that main road where that's where it's closed, follow that to the left, and that should bring me a bit further up the road where the roundabout is. A bit of a tight one round here actually. Okay, so the next job is 8.5 miles away, about 25 minutes drive. Should be getting there for 11 o'clock. Wait for these cars to let me past yet. Luckily the van driver there's held back a little bit. Cheers mate. And then if I do a left here, take it nice and wide, keep left indicator on, swing it round, nice and easy. Why do you feel like you're going to get your phone snatched if you see someone in an electric bike balaclavaed up? Going through red lights. I've just seen him go through a red light behind me. Yeah, we've got to be careful, haven't you, around the cities these days. Really bad in London at the moment, that, isn't it? People's phones getting stolen. So I need to go to the left because I can't go anywhere because of the buses only and taxis. And I think I can spin it round somewhere. I think it might be another roundabout. Let's got a thumbs up then off one of the drivers over at Johnson's. Cheers mate, thanks for the thumbs up, appreciate that mate. Thanks for watching all the videos. Still around Birmingham. And I've come back a little bit of a different way at the moment. I've jumped onto the ring road, which should hopefully divert me past a lot of the traffic areas. This way's not been too bad, to be fair. I think I might have spoke a bit too early at the moment. Well, I just drove past something called Big John's. It looks like a, say, a McDonald's style building with a big drive-through. Well, it looks I'm quite intrigued with it, to be honest with you. What is Big John's if you're from the area? Is it something worth visiting? And what type of foods does it do? As well, I'm quite intrigued. Not best place for traffic lights though, is it? Right off a roundabout. we're jumping on the next roundabout, the A5127. And I should be pretty much following that straight up then to our next destination. Let's try and get across. I'm alright at the moment. Got half a mile left. Yeah, I'm in the right lane. Speed down here 40 miles per hour. Just got to keep your wits about you when you've never been in the area before, especially when you're in the cities. There we go, yeah, just jump straight down onto the main drag now, straight out of Birmingham. Driving underneath the Spaghetti Junction at the moment. Oh, have I took the wrong exit? I'm in the right lane. Oh, I think I'm in the wrong lane. Ah, should have been up there. I followed the sign for Sutton Coldfield. But then the sat nav just goes, no, no, the computer says no, you're in the wrong lane there. Sorry, bud. You got to go all the way around now. Oh, great. I don't know where I'm going now. I think I can get up this way, and I think it's the A4040, which is right up at the top. On the roundabout, then driving all the way around. But the next job is in Sutton Coldfield, so I followed the signs for Sutton Coldfield. Turns out I was in the wrong one. Bloody hell, are you coming from? So they've run someone over. Okay, check my mirror in the top left for the blind spot. My word. It's not like I've been at stood still traffic either. I'm like creeping forward a little bit. So I've just looked up to my top left mirror, and then I've seen somebody basically try and cross the road right underneath where the window was. Give me a bloody heart attack. Always check your blind spots. A bit of a chaotic roundabout there as well, isn't it? Yeah, look at that top mirror on the left. So I can see right at the bottom floor in front of my bumper. Job number 3 done and boxed off. Next job is over at Stafford, and it is currently 29 miles away to get there, and I'm looking about an hour drive. From where I am now, I need to drive up the A roads towards Lichfield and then cut across through the country road as well, all the way up towards Stafford. So it should be quite a fun drive then up that way. Nothing fancy again today, just a curry flavoured super noodle pot. Sometimes you got to keep them handy in your truck, because if you're in the middle of nowhere, a little bit like so, and you need to eat when you got to take your breaks, they always come in handy. And plus it saves pennies in your pocket as well. And for today's day and age, is really handy. Still got 5.5 miles left to go. Bank holiday this weekend as well, isn't it? Which might cause a little bit of a delay for myself to get back to the yard. I've already got a collection in Woolston, just on the outskirts of Warrington, just off the M6. However, I'm due to get to this next delivery, or the final delivery, shall I say, for 1:45. Now, if I leave here at 2 o'clock, I've got to drive all the way up to Woolston, get loaded up from there. Doesn't seem too bad. However, because it is the bank holiday weekend, I think today is the first day that Creamfields starts, where people can start getting the tents and getting settled down for the festival to officially start tomorrow. So there's going to be a lot of traffic there for people who are camping out overnight. the M6 is going to be fairly chocker, I think, on the way back. Unfortunately. But so far I've only got the one collection. Hopefully it stays like that, because I wouldn't mind a half decent finish today. Anything before 6 o'clock I'm happy with. On the A51 at the moment, and I've just come across this little thing. Got a nice little brew, but definitely worth checking it out. Nice big lay-by for trucks, so you can park in alright and then get what you need. Need to try and find Unit 17. It's quite a big place, this, to be honest. It says Unit 24 down that way, 23 is here. It looks a little bit weird looking over the other side where the airfield runway used to be. And it's just all parked up. I don't know if it's scrap or storage or what. I've never been here before, so I don't really know where anything is. There's Unit 20 over there, so it could be that way. Alright, so Unit 6s are there on the right. 20 in front. Do 18. Oh, are they going up in evens? Why are they going up in evens? What? I've got 18 A, B and C, and then I've got Unit 1 in front of me. Where's the rest of them? That's really odd, but I found my business anyway. My business that I'm delivering to is on the far left, right in the corner, so I need to try and work out where I'm going to be getting unloaded from. So what we need to do first is just give it a quick spin-a-rooney. Maybe a little bit of a blind reverse around here actually. It's quite a big car park, so it's not too bad doing a blind reverse around here. So up into the corner, pause right, straighten it up slowly. It's worked out quite nice actually. I just need to move it a little bit over to the right and then I'm good. It's not too bad if I say so myself. A little bit of a tedious part of the day. Wrapping up these straps again. I'm not going to be using my little gizmo thing because I've only got 3 to do, so it's not too bad. That's a little bit of time whilst waiting for the FOT guy to do his job. I'm sure I don't get run over right now. But when you're doing it by hand, the straps feel a lot longer than what they actually are, that's for sure. And that is all she wrote for the time being. I don't know if I can get out the other route behind me, or is it only one way in and out? But the sat nav's going a little bit crazy saying, turn around, you're going the wrong way. So I'm going the way I came in. I've got 53 miles before I'm at the collection over at Woolston. Due to get there for 4 o'clock, and it's currently 2:30 at the moment. Now the only problem is getting there. It's because I'm in the literally middle of nowhere. So I don't know which way is going to be the quickest way. To either go back southbound then come back up, or can I actually get on any M6 junctions around there? I'm not really too sure, to be honest. I'm not really know the area too much around here. Sat nav's telling me to pretty much follow the A road all the way up, and then as you get towards Stoke, get on from there. But I'm sure it's probably easier getting on the M6 near Congleton way. Surely. I'm just going to pull over quickly, have a look at the sat nav anyway, see if it makes sense out of it. Because it's telling us to go around in circles here at the moment. Might save 10 miles ignoring it. Oh well, looked at the sat nav, looks like the sat nav might be right. For me to get to the Congleton junction from where I am now, it's just, I think it's like an extra 7 miles or something different. Time wise, it's only like an extra 5 minutes, so it's not massive. But there's no point going up towards Stoke then coming back down, whereas I can just continue for another 3 or 4 miles and get on at Stoke junction instead. So, lost to Stoke we go first. Big moment of truth now. What is the M6 looking like? I think tomorrow's probably going to be a little bit worse than today. It's currently 3 o'clock. Ah, nice and clear. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. Saying that would be a little bit more towards Woolston, wouldn't it, where the M56 meets. Near Limb Services, where it would be quite heavy. Let's jump to the M6. Foot down, cruise control on, away we go. Just as I had feared, it looks like the traffic is really heavy around Limb Junction going down to Woolston. I'm only a junction away as well from a destination I need to be. 4 miles though in total to get there. One junction, 4 miles. And hopefully I can get there in time. Currently 20 to 4 now. Careful anybody changing lanes, jumping out. Ooh, I don't think this is something to do with Creamfields either, because Creamfields technically would be on the M56, so maybe there might have been an accident somewhere. This way just in time. Do that. I don't know if I've ever said, but I hate these trailers, look at these bars. You can't get them on properly, so you got to bounce it. Then clip it in. Once it's clipped in, just make sure you give it a little bit of a wobble to make sure the pins drop down correctly, because if not, they just ping straight out and whack you on the head. It happened to me a few weeks back where it cracked my eyebrow around there. Luckily it didn't bleed, but it left a little bit of a bruise and had a bit of a black eye for a few days. Believe it or not though, drivers have actually broken their nose in the past because of them bars. So make sure when you're securing them, put your arms, lock your arms in position, make sure the pin is nice and secure and tightly. So if the bar does pop, your arm's length away from it and it will come down and miss your face. Otherwise, if you're too close to it, it pops down straight onto the bridge of your nose or your eyebrows or anything. So make sure extra care when you're using trailers with the bars in the middle, because they can come loose very easily if they're not secured and then pop you in the head. Just arrived now over at Ashton and I've got another collection. Are we good to come in? Perfect. It's quite a busy road that I'm on. So I'm around the corner now from the depot. and they've asked me if I could swing into here, grab, I think it's like 11 pallets. The guy's ready for me anyway, so it's not too bad. Get careful and post on the passenger side. Get past it. And when you reverse into this place, I just need to stay as close as I can to that yellow bollard over there. And that way it gives me enough space on both sides for the forklift driver can load up nice and easy. Towards that little black line. Actually, go park it on a bit of an angle actually. Still fairly early though, so it's not too bad. It's currently 20 to 5. Hopefully by the time we finish it, it'll be 5 o'clock, and then back at the yard to get unloaded for about 5:15. Home for 6. Not bad. Just got to the hub now, and I'm just waiting in the queue now to get unloaded. So in the meantime, I've got to do all my straps, put the curtains back, make sure it's all secured, go inside, unload, go back to our depot, unload or drop the trailer, and then that's me done for the day. So in the meantime, I'm going to leave the video here because whilst I'm waiting in the queue, I'm going to do some edits on the vlog, make sure it's all okay so I can get it uploaded tonight straight away for you, and then it's ready for tomorrow. Next week as well, just a little bit of a heads up, the time's going to be a little bit different, and on the days, shall I say, because I've got bank holiday this weekend, so I'm not on a Monday, so there'll be no vlog on Tuesday. I'm off work on Tuesday because it's Leanne's birthday, so there'll be no vlog on Wednesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday next week, there won't be any vlogs, but I will be back up on Thursday because I'm back in on Wednesday working, if that makes sense. So in the meantime, have a great week, have a great weekend off as well. Enjoy your long weekend, you deserve it, and put your feet up, chill out, spend time with the family, and I'll see you again next time. As always, stay safe out there. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.